Project Greenlight is an internet contest.
We pick a script, we pick a director, we let somebody get a chance to make their movie.
This time we want to make a horror movie.
Feast is a very scary movie.
It's Evil Dead meets Diner.
This year we have a fantastic director, John Gulager. It's been over 35 years getting here. Hopefully he's going to pay off. Now it's up to Marcus, Patrick, and John to make a terrific movie.
It's the last week. If we don't shoot it this week, it's not going to end up in the film. There's no more time. There's no more money. So this is a very important week.
This is lit for before the lights goes off.
Right. Now I'm ready to direct a film. I feel that I just had to, get everything shot that I think needs to be in the film, no matter what. I just had to push for it.
So, John, we just got a call that Krista has just arrived into LAX. One of the actresses that we need more than anything isn't there. And her request was, when she called in, was could she go home for a while?
And first step, okay.
It blew my mind because, I'm walking in there, I'm looking at the week we've got ahead of us, and I'm putting things in place to make sure that this can go as smoothly as possible. I mean, I've never come across any of this. I don't know if you've ever experienced it.
Okay.
I don't know how we're going to do all this.
You need the actors to show up on time, especially if it's a low budget, though. And if an actor just happens to come in late, it really could ruin the day.
She missed her flight the night before, but a phone call to my guys would have set us up differently for that day, and we would have planned shooting something else. Guys, we gotta set up this shot.
I'm gonna try to make it look like a slip, jump kind of thing.
We're trying to work backwards from the end of the day to make sure we got enough time to do it. On a bigger budget film, we might spend a week, even conceivably 2 weeks, doing a piece of action that's this big and involved.
Get clearing, guys. Okay, it's picture, guys. Let's lock it up. Action. Cut. Stand by. Okay.
Baltazar's hair, it's growing out. He's asked to let it grow out as much as possible. And so I've been painting in, the silver stuff.
Over the course of this film, Balthazar's hair had grown a whole lot. It's especially noticeable when you have a buzz cut.
He's growing hair like nobody's business.
It just kills me. It was this idea to do it, and now we're just hostage over this thing.
Balthazar's next movie starts days after we wrap this movie. It's a Steven Spielberg-produced miniseries, and he needs to have long hair for the role.
I had a talk with the guys on the set. When we get into light, it will be really, really obvious.
Right. Obvious to what, though? We haven't really been in light yet.
Yeah, but we've seen you lit.
I mean, I'd love to see one of the scenes where I'm lit.
If Balthazar refuses to cut his hair, then we would have no other option but to go to his agent and take a more aggressive response to this.
Krista has arrived.
Everything that could possibly go wrong this morning went wrong. I'm never late, and it was just, it was frantic.
Krista's had some small parts in really big films, and she's probably seen what other actors get away with, but she can't bring that to our set.
Krista's walking from trailer.
Hey!
How come we didn't know about this last night?
Krista?
I missed my flight last night.
I know.
Because I was late, but I got here, and I'm here.
It's worked out great. So, Kristen, this is a pickup from Friday where you were on your way back, you're backpedaling, and we're just going to have you sprayed with some blood in this one.
And we're going to have to put a little blood on you, too, before we do the take, because...
Calm down with the blood, sweetheart. We're going to get it, don't worry. Don't get it in my eye, please. Because it burns really bad. You did that before. Don't do it again.
So you just had to close your eyes. It's a bloody movie. Hey, what movie did Krista sign up for? I don't know. Were they called Feast? She gets back like this. Bang! Splat! She's backing up.
So
and look, the blood is the most important thing right now.
But is she down here?
Not what we shot the other day.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that again. I'm just going to come from here.
But if we could just be up here and come back.
Okay, could I get some new pads? That'd be great.
Yes.
Okay.
Evan?
Shake them, but don't break them, Chrissy.
And action.
He didn't make it. He didn't make it!
look good, Chris.
Hey, Bill. One side.
Good?
Can we just do a pickup?
Video on mark.
Action!
He didn't make it!
Okay, John, are we moving on? Okay, guys, we are moving on.
Taking a lot of heat.
And we had to take Krista back to the trailer and completely redo her hair and makeup in time to have her for the next take.
Okay, so we want Krista for this shot.
It would be faster and easier to just jump in the shower.
Colleen?
Okay.
She should not be taking a shower.
Makeup is saying you don't need to take a shower.
I don't care what Michael Mosier said. What did they say? How long they're going to take?
Everyone up there is saying don't take a shower.
I don't think she got that much blood on her, to tell you the truth. I wanted to just go ahead and just shoot, and Chris is like, oh, no, I had to get cleaned up.
The blood stains the face, and if you leave it on too long, it'll start to actually leave stain marks.
The blood does not stain the hair. And I let them know I'm asking, why are we taking so long to do it? I thought she was going to be ready for this shot.
Original estimate was 10 after, so another 15 minutes. And I think that that's even pushing it now. She's going to be in hair another 10 minutes, if not 15.
By the time I got down there, it was too late. She's already wet.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
I was in a movie in Florida where the hero was such a pain in the ass to work with that they decided to kill him instead and make someone else the hero. Right?
I love it. I love it. Hey, Krista?
Yes.
Need more blood? No. You do.
Okay, stop it.
Krista changed her bra.
Her bra?
The one that she's wearing is different than she's worn beforehand.
So continuity can get a little weird, just like Balthazar's haircut, Everything in this film takes place in just a matter of hours. So you'll start noticing that things aren't, the same.
The nipples show through the open. They don't show through the nipple. I knew that would be it.
Hey, Krista.
Yes.
There was some wondering about you changed your bra, and did we change the bra or anything?
No,
like that?
you never saw it. I always had the thing on. Always.
Okay.
You've never
But there was
seen it.
somehow, we would see kind of like, we saw like the outline of some, like the nipples a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? No.
No, that's sorry.
Okay, just check. Just want to make sure you wanted. Okay. That was really embarrassing. And Krista just flat out called me a nut.
So I talked to her about the bra thing. Didn't really go over too well. Ashkan, do you have beer guy on set?
It's the last week, and everybody's trying to get the rest of the shots that we need. Everyone else is being really nice and helpful. And Kristen went and changed out of her wardrobe because she didn't want to hang around.
Where's Ben?
Colleen and Davis fill out our assistant director team. Together with Steven, the ADs are in charge of running the set. But if they're unorganized, things can unravel pretty fast.
What did you just say? Per who? Come here, please.
She came down and said that she's wrapped and she needs to sign out. And I said, really? Who told you that?
The ADs thought that Krista wrapped herself, and no actor wraps themselves.
If an actor comes to you and says, I'm wrapped, when the do you start taking their word for it, especially when it's somebody as bitchy as Krista?
Krista's ability to get what she wants and play people against each other. Where I got to the point with her that I was like, dude, I would be so happy for you to be gone right now.
If she comes to you and says, Ben wrapped me, then you go to Ben and you say, did you wrap Krista? That is a critical step that just has to happen. It's just, as a rule, across the board, in your doing this job, just do that.
I guess I know that rule and I'm at the point where I don't care. And
Then I'm not going to be able to rely on you, Davis.
All right, I'll pack my things.
Guys, what's the story on Judah?
I've got issues with the inefficiency of the AD department. They've made some bad mistakes.
Judah was wrapped. I wrapped him.
When, just now? Because we've been calling for him for the last 20 minutes.
They've made what appear to me to be some green mistakes.
Crew call on Monday is 9 a.m.
We're cast, we're not crew.
Why is it so?
The primary mistakes the ADs have made are managing call times. The kind of tight budget we're on, we can't take those kind of hits.
Balthazar decided not to cut his hair, and we needed to do something to motivate him.
Should we just leave this one piece of hair here?
You look completely normal.
That was funny.
Well, maybe not.
Well, you're next.
Should we leave these stragglers?
That looks so awesome!
Senior year, half my high school had this haircut with like a really crappy mustache.
You did such a good job. You gotta do it.
There's more, ladies and gentlemen.
You gotta do it.
Wow.
I went a little deeper, though.
Wow.
I went in straight with the money.
Once he saw that there were not one, but two, but three, but four, but five people today that got that haircut, Balthazar stepped up, got in the chair, and said, cut me.
Let's go. Before I change my mind.
We'll keep continuity with the scene that we're already in.
Even at the risk of possibly losing the big giant movie after ours, this is the film that he's in right now, and this is the character that he signed up for, and he's going to follow through with that, so I was very happy. Balthazar, you rule.
All right! Come on. We got him!
We're ready when you are, Steven.
Okay, here we go.
Roll sign.
Guys,
You need to come in.
Here we go, guys. Very quiet. And action.
Cut. And that's a wrap. We'll just do everything else minus the glass.
This day began to go sour pretty much from the get-go. We got off to a late start. Tomorrow, we need to shoot scene 183, which is going to be the real acid test. That's where we really need to pull together and make it happen. Today we're shooting scene 183. Scene 183 is our all hell breaks loose scene. So many logistical complications, so much choreography to get through. It's next to an impossible job.
Can I get John in here with Tom?
Scene 183. This is the big scene that everybody's going like, how are you gonna even shoot this? We did it on paper, we did it in storyboards, and you do it with people. It's totally different.
We gotta do the second setup with the different monster.
We are in the belly of the beast right now with the monster attacking in scene 183, and we don't have a great game plan to get out of it.
We got to figure out a way that we can do 183, then we got to make the blocking time count. The crew is definitely going to have to step it up. We'll know before lunch if we're in trouble.
All right, creatures coming in.
Today was literally the first day that monster stepped on our stage. And anytime you see the monster full form, it sends shivers down a director's spine. Scene 183 is the climax of the film, really. It's where our heroes fight back.
The scene is very specific and spread out throughout the bar, so we've got a lot of gags going on, and for every setup, we've got maybe 5 or 6 departments that are instrumentally involved in each shot. And suddenly he stands up, reveals himself.
We kind of rehearsed it in a haphazard fashion. If we come out and don't know what every bit of action is, we're DOA.
You push it, just push them a bit more, because I've got loose fingers. Here we go. Did you kill that light up there?
John's been really coming into his own through the course of this film. Scene 183 is going to be his biggest challenge, so I'll be very interested to see how he manages it.
Okay, guys, here we go. Roll sound. Ready, and action. Gary, hands.
Cut.
Okay, guys, here we go.
And 3, 2, 1,
We have 19 setups to get through. It's the climax of the film. We have one day to shoot it, and we need to make it. Flat out, we need to make this day.
Let me know when you want the 45-pound head pushing up through the hole.
Because we wanted to keep the monsters interesting, we designed our monsters to be 2 different things. One is a giant overcoat that they wear at the beginning of the film. By the end of the film, they've all shed their overcoats, and you see them in their horrific glory.
Christ! That's it! That's me pushing it up through the hole. The hole is way too small. That's why I'm trying to ram our giant bloody grey oversuit through the hole. It was ridiculous.
John is wondering, can you angle it at
This. Oddly enough, I can't see the skull right now. It wasn't like a film set anymore. It was like a sushi bloody party. Everyone's walking around carrying sushi and having conversations about the weekend and being complete ass while a bunch of us are on set trying to kill ourselves, particularly me, who was lying on the floor underneath a set on a bunch of apple boxes covered in blood.
We go a little bit lower on the beast.
I can't get any lower.
They can't go any lower. We'll hide it.
Look at me. Look at the position I'm in. Retard. Do you have any other stupid questions you want to ask me?
Can we have like a vigorous trashing as if it's trying to break its way through?
It just gets a bit wearing after a while.
I think Gary's had some issues with John since the start of this shoot. Gary lives and breathes creature work, and John's never worked with creatures before.
Where are we? What are we doing? Hello, anyone? John has a different way of doing things to what I'm used to. Until John sees what he doesn't like, he doesn't know what he does like. Yeah, I can have it dance the poker. It's like, you know, you should really shut your mouth, mate. You're the director, mate. Why don't you direct me, eh?
Oh, very quiet, please. Lock it up.
Then he gets pulled up into frame.
Action.
Look pretty good, though.
Okay, guys, here we go. Pictures up.
Okay, directing and then
Can we get more movement if you're... Okay, guys, are moving on.
We wrap Krista and Dwayne.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm wrapped. I get to go home and actually have a beautiful day. It's gorgeous today, so that'll be good. Bye. See you later. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
When I was changing the call sheet around and changing the schedule, it was like a brain fuzz. I went, yeah, that's a wrap on Krista. And then, though, I looked at the call sheet and realized that we needed Krista in the final scene. I made a mistake. I need her here for 3, but if she's not too far away, just bring her back.
Hey, Krista, it's Davis. It's 1:30. You've left. Would you call me back when you get this? I'd like you to turn around. We don't have Krista. I'm trying to figure out what to do at this point. Answer from Krista.
Just keep calling. Krista was wrapped. But we're trying to call her to get her to come back in here.
How was she wrapped?
You know what? It's my fault, that one.
Okay. Apologize to her when she gets here.
No, I will.
If she gets here.
This late in the show, with all the things going on, you just can't afford any more mistakes, especially ones involving when actors are coming and going.
I've been calling and getting voicemails for the last hour.
So what happened? You guys let me go thinking that I was done. But no, I wasn't. Yeah. I'm only human.
Can I get John in here with Tom?
Okay, so how is this gonna work? What do you want to do?
We're gonna do the love scene between Boss Man and Tuffy. Have your backside up.
Anytime there's a sex scene, it's difficult. It doesn't matter who it's with. So how much are you gonna be seeing right here? Obviously, it's a little uncomfortable.
Kind of like this, you know.
Dwayne, can I see what it looks like?
And no, only Steven's allowed to get. I thought things would go pretty smoothly, but I guess I was wrong. Bikini or something like that?
The way that I understood it is it just appeared, and that's just what people told me, is it literally would appear to where all you would see is me here, and then whatever he's doing back there, and so you'd never see my ass in there. That's what was explained to me.
Okay.
But I'm not so okay with my ass in here and doing all that stuff.
I think we were a little surprised that Krista was resistant to the sex scene, given the fact that some of the things that she's done in the past, she wasn't exactly shy.
I'm not wearing a G-string.
It's a sex scene. I don't know what the problem is. I didn't foresee Krista just saying, like, she flat out just wasn't gonna do it. You're not gonna be naked.
Right.
On the set or anything.
Right. No, it's all good. I'm glad to talk about this.
Got me a little ticked off, you know, that she was kind of, you know, sort of playing those games and stuff. She doesn't want to even appear that. You know, it's like, I think it's that thing of like separating yourself from her past. I don't want to, you know, throw her past up in front of her and all that kind of stuff, and I didn't do that. But come on.
Okay, guys, here we go. Let's close set. Action.
Oh, yeah. Make some noise for the boss man. I thought it looked good, and, you know, it's basically the way it was supposed to look. Dwayne was a little over the top. But I guess that keeps that element, you know, of like not being too so serious about it.
And cut.
It was not a big deal. It's just that thing when the person just says no, you know, F you.
Okay, it's picture, guys. Let's lock it up. And action.
Let's try it one more time.
I'm finished.
Cut.
Oh, dude, like black bean soup in there.
Get it! Okay, guys, we're moving on. And action.
We're now well into overtime trying to get one last shot, so we're fighting our way through to the end.
Just mark it, guys. Okay, guys, gotta shoot. Pictures up, let's clear. Clear outside.
We need to pull the plug at 10. Overtime is one of the most critical issues we face in making a low-budget film. After 8 hours, everybody's rate goes up, and then after 12 hours, it goes up again. Our days start to spiral out of control in terms of length. You know, we're spending money every minute we're there. There's no more money coming from the studio.
All the movement is good.
Okay, good.
For our the kinetic feel.
What are we waiting on here? Well, start shooting and then see where we are.
And action. And
cut.
And cut. And that's a wrap. Thank you very much, everybody.
Hey, everybody, can I have your attention for 1 second? Today we had a tough day. Michael and I had gotten together and decided it'd be a good idea to maybe show the crew some of what we've been working so hard to do. Just wanted to thank you all personally and say, keep up the good work. It's really paying off. There's a little bit of footage we'd like y'all to take a look at over on stage 2 at Set Up, where you can see some of the fruits of all the hard work that's gone into the film so far.
Everybody should come over and sit down here. We should turn out the lights and...
People on that set right now, they have no idea what we're making.
What you're going to see is basically what's called an assembly.
The objective was basically to let everybody see a little bit of what we've been working on, to bring everyone together a little bit more, have a little more cohesion in the crew, and kind of boost morale.
They're coming right now. So we got to lock this bar down.
It is absolutely perfect.
Okay, what do you think? Nice, right?
Yeah, absolutely perfect.
I was jumping out of my skin. That was the goal, was to deliver something like that.
Their reaction is any indication. We're fine.
Yeah.
We're set. That was cool. Although they are a biased crowd, but I think we're doing all right. So.
You guys gonna hang around so I can clean this off?
Yeah.
I think it was a good tool to let everybody know that we're doing something cool, and it feels really stupid at times, but that the end product is going to be funny and scary.
Tom, great work. I know it's...
I really like the cut that we saw. It's really good. And it's actually better than I expected.
You think we have a movie?
Yeah.
And it kind of got me going. Made me feel better.
It's been a long day. Everybody's really tired. It was nice that they got to see what they've been working on for the last 2 months.
Oh,
Right. Do that now. Footage last night was excellent. Footage last night, thoroughly cut footage.
Would you like to cut footage? That was pretty fun, huh?
The whole film's like that. It's going to be kick.
The atmosphere is getting a lot lighter on set, especially after everyone saw the footage last night. That cut scene, I think, did a lot for morale.
I think that watching the movie last night really made everybody excited about what they were working on. People were more upbeat, more excited.
I was right, you guys. Left arm.
I was right.
So what is it?
You can see it in everybody's actions today.
I say he made it. She says, no, he didn't. Then I go back there and I go, yeah, he did. And
They're hearing.
this week has been progressive. It seems like everybody is starting to just really work together pretty well as a team, from the ADs to, the DP and the director.
Okay, now what happens?
Now What happened to him? Yeah.
I'd like to do separate so that we can cut them together as we need it.
Everybody's kind of getting the language, and seems like it's going smoother to me.
I'm just going to be optimistic and say that, yes, we are going to make our day today. Just read. Let's have Balthazar jump up there.
Action.
Cut.
John was coming into his own and feeling a little more comfortable vocalizing.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Balthazar.
Okay, guys, that's a wrap.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think it was a little easier going today, than yesterday.
Since everybody loved the footage that we showed them, we overnighted the tape of the scene to Andrew Rohner at Dimension in New York. So we're anxiously waiting his response.
Is this it? Is this the word?
This is the call. Basically, you only get one chance to impress the studio. The first time they see any footage of your film is really the moment they're going to embrace you or reject you. Since everybody loved the footage that we showed them, we overnighted the tape of the scene to Andrew Rohner at Dimension in New York. So we're anxiously waiting his response.
Oh. Hey. It's Nick and Mike.
And Ben and Patrick Melton.
Hey guys, I think we made the right choice. Very impressed by it. I thought he was doing a great job. It looked good. Good energy. It had scares, it had jumps, it had gore, it had humor. It'll get better as he works on it. Even the little bloody monster humping the deer head looked good.
Good. I'm glad he liked it. Andrew was happy. You could tell that he was happy that he saw something he wasn't expecting in the footage we sent him.
I think this is the little movie that can. Tell John I was really excited. Thank you for sending it.
I will do that.
All right, guys, take it easy.
Talk to you later.
See you, Andrew.
It's really nice to see that all of this work for John is paying off where it should.
If I could just have your attention for a few minutes before we hit the weekend here. I just want to say a few words. Last night you saw a little bit of what we've been doing for the last month, believe it or not, 20 days. We sent it to the studio last night overnight, and they called this morning. They're very happy with what they've seen. I don't think anybody expected this little movie directed by John Gulager to actually look like it did. Thank you guys very much. It's all looking great. Thank you.
We might actually have something. It's kind of creepy.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you.
Today we're going to be visited by Joe and Gavin Maloof. We're very excited that you guys are on board and working with us on this.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting for us.
You've seen some of the footage here.
Terrific.
You're happy with
great,
it?
Yeah. Feast is very gory and very scary. I like the script. I think there was some very humorous parts in it, which I think a lot of people will enjoy.
Maloof Motion Pictures are producing partners on Feast, so they've been on the set throughout the shoot. But this is the first time Joe and Gavin have had a chance to be here in person.
Hey, Joe. Nice to meet you guys. Obviously, I'm the #1 most grateful guy on set because I'm the guy spending your money. You guys bought this whole week for us, so.
One of the things that attracted us to this particular film is that we weren't just writing a check. Ben and Matt wanted us to actively get involved in the marketing, the promotion, the music part of it with Maloof music, and I think that's what really excited us.
How you doing, everybody? Good to see you.
How are you?
Chris, I think you remember Joe and Gavin Maloof.
Yeah,
Joe
nice to
Maloof.
meet you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you guys very much for helping us out and coming out. We're showing you a good time.
I saw Chris Moore was hanging out with the Maloofs.
At the last minute before we were going to throw the blood onto Jenny Wade's face, I pulled Chris Moore aside and told him he had to do it.
Sure, come on down. It was actually an internet contest we did, Jenny. We put a picture of you and we said, you want to throw blood on Jenny? Come on down on Wednesday.
And you won?
I won. It's so weird.
Okay, so we have blood.
It's got blood.
And action.
She really looks scared.
See?
It became one of these things where it just made sense for us to be involved on a project that we felt passionate about. And the guys really responded to the material. So we're really excited about it.
Jesus. Didn't I? Yeah.
25, and we are going like gangbusters, trying to finish up everything because this is the last day on set.
Today is our last day of shooting on the bar set, and we need to get everything. This is our last opportunity. Because we got so much to get, we're shooting with 2 crews today. John's going to have to be running back and forth and trying to direct them both.
Okay, number 1 sec. 2 sec. Go!
It's the final week, and the final weeks are always going to be this mad rush to get everything shot. Everybody's going to be trying to do everything they can, and you just got to make sure nothing falls through the cracks.
Yeah, so he's just right here. Action! I got it!
I think it's going to be very difficult for John to be able to be running between 2 different units. I think it's hard enough on the first unit to keep John focused in the way we need to.
We literally have 2 DPs working at the same time, so it gets a little stressful.
How's it going over there? Other side.
Tough. Tough. Well, you know. Harris wants to work with you and just, you know, sort of try to mesh, you know, with your ideas, and he really feels like, you know, he wants to support you.
Any comments, John?
No. I have a pretty strong idea as to how he likes to shoot things and kind of movement he would like to see and things like that. So trying to keep it true to as if John were here.
Hey, Gary. Looking good. All right, I'm going back next door.
While John runs the first unit set, I'll be doing my best to try to keep the second unit set running smoothly.
Our guy's just taking the spark hit. He's staggering back, and he's going to turn to throw the barrel away. Yes. And cut. Nice.
Like a head and shoulders here. Let
him bring it in.
Yeah. Oh, don't want me to see it up there?
Probably my biggest concern overall with the movie right now is Balthazar's performance.
And action?
Not that it's bad, but very, very different from the original conception of the movie. And I'm going to try to get him to do a few things that actually feather back in some of the humor that I think we've lost.
You talking to me?
Balthazar came to this movie not believing in the comedic side of his character. I felt that there was a big danger that we would essentially get half the character out of this. So I've been trying to cajole and gently encourage him to put more humor into the movie.
Nice. Yeah, I think we got that.
Yeah, we finally got a monitor hooked up between the 2 stages because, you know, you just can't go back and forth. And, you know, you like to get there when they're setting up the shot, not, you know, when they're in the middle of it, because then it's just a big hassle to change it.
And action.
You talking to me?
Can you go to the beer side for a second?
Well, we have with and without.
It changes?
Yeah.
Keep right.
All right, cut.
And we can kind of have it snap onto there. And don't do that, you know, the actual De Niro lines.
It's too late. They're there.
Okay.
I was told that's what you wanted.
Okay.
I thought they were looking for this kind of over-the-top kind of caricature. And then John, you know, kind of went over in his way. I was like, no, that was really good, but can you just do it more like you do it normally?
They wanted the Bozo character to be this super far out, you know, wacky guy. And I never really wanted it to be that far out.
Action.
John is the director, and we're committed to seeing his vision rule the day here.
Cut
sound.
All right. Thank you, Balthazar. I'm running back.
John did an excellent job directing both units. He really pulled through for us.
That's lunch.
What I know from gossip and nothing official is there's a lot of projects at Dimension Miramax that are being sold.
Chris Moore came by to tell us that there's a divorce pending between Miramax and Disney.
The Miramax Dimension fight that is happening right now between the 2 Weinstein brothers, Bob and Harvey, and Disney, sort of the corporate parent, is having a big effect on this movie.
We're not going to release this movie, so you take it. We're not going to get involved in this franchise, we're not going to do, or this thing is happening.
The irony of this situation between Disney and Bob and Harvey is that this year we purposely chose Dimension, to go with Dimension, to do a genre film so we can make a movie that people will go see. And here we are stuck in some corporate battle. It's possible that Bob and Harvey don't have a company and Feast just sits on the shelf forever and no one ever gets to see it, which would be a real travesty in my opinion.
Okay, guys, this is going to be a production wrap on a man who I like to say is probably the hardest working person I've ever seen. It's a production wrap for first unit on Clue. Thank you very much, sir.
not involved in acting anymore. This is a nostalgic trip for my beloved son, John. He wanted me to be in his first motion picture. And how can you deny blood?
Got kind of choked up, you know. You know, Dad got a little choked up. He says, but I didn't cry. You know? But you can see him going like this, making that face. Hey, Dad.
Let me get a picture with the two. No, not let it hit you.
Say feast.
Yeah, that was wild.
Today's our last night of shooting. We're going to be shooting all of the outside shots of the bar from a distance, trying to establish the setting, the location, the environment that this movie takes place in. And all our shots are night shots. So if the sun comes up and we're not done, we are royally screwed because there's no going back.
That goes right here.
We had a few hiccups on the day, ones that we weren't expecting. We were meant to have some posts to tie in some shots to the bar.
The roof part of it's not here. It's basically that window right there.
Yeah.
That little section right there. This is the section that's missing, the beer.
See, this is why they should bring the whole damn thing so we can actually shoot what we need to shoot. Originally, it was going to be a whole facade. Then they kept paring it down to where now I guess there's, I don't know what's here or what's not here, to tell you the truth.
It would have been very easy to bring another 8-foot piece of that set out here so we could at least, on a close-up, get them walking through a breach.
Mike wanted to know why we didn't have every single piece, and it was a case of, you know, budget restricted us not being able to bring everything.
The whole thing is there.
Yeah, the awning with the post.
40 miles from here, and we're standing out here at 4 a.m. with nothing.
This is the section that's missing. In an effort to save money, they brought in a day crew to load what is supposed to be the exterior set that we need to shoot through. And since they've never been here for the first 5 weeks of filming, they brought the wrong portion of the set. Basically, it's going to be interesting to see what the hell we get to film.
God's sakes, this is just JV all the way. God.
Clear frame, guys. We're doing some blocking. I need everybody over here to clear back. Is that still too close?
Well, what do you think?
We've got time to do this shot, and then we've got to move.
Rolling sound. Fire in the hole. 2 shots.
Just the speed. Okay, guys, we're moving on. Post-crash. Post-crash up next.
Josh, you ready?
This evening, Krista Allen had a very late pickup. She arrived on set at 4 and has come to us tired and a few cocktails and plenty of attitude. I'm just kind of racing the clock. I can't even play at this point. It's going to be difficult.
Do this. I can do it. I can't even speak right now.
I hope that she made it through hair and makeup without pissing off too many of them. So hopefully she'll be walking straight and it'll be fine. If you've seen the dailies, I'm sure people won't notice a difference.
And I don't know how to shoot any more POVs without having a background.
We can film it in one piece, you know.
Well, it's just him kicking it out is going to be much more difficult on its side.
As far as the schedule goes, great. We're moving very well today, but as far as getting us to that point, the end of the day is going to be a mad push.
So here's your mark for the head.
I picked the head up. Then they cross.
Breaking the lights will be the cue for Eric to look back.
Can we just get one shoot of just the beats, you know?
That's what, yeah, the other camera's going to be right here. And quiet, please, action.
Peace.
Help me. Help me. Hey!
Speak now or forever. Okay.
That's it.
Okay, guys, that's a cut. That's a production wrap on Feast, everybody.
Present you with your ceremonial chair back, and congratulations on that.
Well, thank you, Joe. It was a joy. So apparently, I've just finished my first film. Congratulations to you.
You too, sir.
You. To you.
with all the trials and tribulation that we've gone through on this, to see that we're here on our last day, and that no matter whatever went down, everybody's really pulled together and got us through this, I'm delighted.
Hey, Ben. Thank you. Made it before the sun actually came up. Seeing it now, you know, everybody packing up, that actually got me a little choked up. Hey, Tom. Looks great. Yes, you do. Looks really great.
It's been tough, but it's been good. I think we got a pretty good movie out of it.
Pat and I have been on the other side of the curtain watching how movies come to life. Today, the first phase of the process comes to a close, and I don't have the proper vocabulary to describe how exciting and enriching this experience has been.
You didn't really tame the beast, but you kind of managed it a little bit with it. It's the last day. People are very happy. I feel good about it. I feel like we've accomplished a lot. I'm hoping it all comes together in the editing of the film.
Did you ever think we'd make it, man?
Yeah.
I remember just standing there thinking that here we started with a script that nobody really seemed to want to make, a director that nobody seemed to believe in, a film that we didn't think we could do for the budget and the schedule. And I think it came out well. And that's John. That's all John Gulager.
Congratulations. Thank you. You know, all of these people that worked on this, you know, are going to be with us, you know, somehow. So, I'll be here. Forever. All right, you guys, stick with us. We're not done yet.
Next week on Project Greenlight.
Feast production's over. The only thing now we're looking forward to is post-production.
The idea was we were going to have to cut the first pass in 6 weeks. Now it looks like 6 weeks is the finished film.
Barrel, some radiation-free chips in it.
Of course Chris will be bent if Ben's here and he's not.
Yeah, well, they said they want to screen the whole movie on Thursday. Are you going to that?
Oh, really?
The only scenario that I see possibly happening out of this, I get a call from Chris Borg.
I want to know who was involved in the decision-making to decide to invite Ben to his own special screening and not invite